Welcome to This Week in AT. This Week in AT, May 26, 2025. AT Awards and Recognition. Recognizing the work all athletic trainers do. We were off for a couple weeks, life and then illness, but back to try and get a streak going again. The NATA convention is coming up in just a couple weeks from this post. I was looking for a topic, and in one of the NATA emails, it had a section on recognizing this year's Hall of Fame inductees. Before getting into everything, first off, congratulations to this year's inductees and all the other award winners. If you're an AT on social media, it has popped up from time to time about recognition within the profession and how it may not always be, quote, fair across the board about who is getting recognized and how it can appear that the same people get more recognition than others. Let's discuss. Athletic training organizational recognition. Most of the recognition and awards given are done through athletic training associations that require you to be a member of the organization to be considered. I can comprehend the point of view that this can limit people from consideration as they may not be a member for any particular reason. At the same time, those who make it happen to be a member of the organization should be the ones getting recognized, and this shouldn't be controversial. If it is important enough to want the opportunity to be recognized, it has to be a priority to set yourself up for that opportunity. Recognition in general in athletic training. People can often enjoy the recognition and the confirmation that what they are doing is being noticed. Some, not so much. Within the profession, it is often the same groups of people who actually submit nominations for recognition, if anyone submits those nominations at all. Having been on a state board, it was often the case that we had to actively reach out to people to nominate their peers. It has never been clear to me that if people aren't aware of the nomination opportunities, or if there's just an apathy to the nomination process. Organizations and athletic training businesses have to consistently push out and extend nomination guidelines due to lack of entries. This is an athletic training problem amongst peers, not a lack of recognition opportunities. Recognition in general. Personally, I have never received an award outside of recognition for service on a state board. And I wasn't even there to get the pin moved out of state. And yes, I would definitely be humbled, flattered, and honored if I ever did receive the recognition, but it isn't what drives me to continue to try and do the work. I can never speak for everyone, nor would I try, but having the satisfaction of knowing that I did a good job and having a group of trusted friends and colleagues to share that with and receive feedback, good and bad, is what keeps me going. I implore all to use your own reflection and satisfaction with your work as the driving force for what keeps you going and excelling in your professional role. The personal fulfillment will mean more than any award can. Focus on striving to provide the best care to the patients you interact with, that you hear it back directly from them. It may not be often, as complaints seem to flow more than compliments, but make it your working goal. And hey, if you want the recognition, find your group who knows you crush it, and see if they might be helped out by nominating. Again, it isn't always a lack of recognition, it's a lack of submitting the nomination. Keep providing elite care and doing it for the betterment of your patients, not your own notoriety, and it'll come. Our overarching nonprofit, Clinically Press, is always trying to fundraise money through any means necessary to provide inflatable cold tubs to athletic trainers and institutions that can't otherwise get them. No questions asked. In that process, we have been turned down for countless grants and other applications, and by no means is this a dig, but we have not received hardly a single donation from an athletic trainer out in the field. Just a straight up donation. And that is fine. And I hold that against nobody, because there are plenty of causes I have not donated to. But we keep going. We keep figuring out, because the satisfaction of getting a grant or getting a donation and being able to make a positive impact makes it all worth the while. And that's what keeps driving me forward, not any recognition beyond that. And I implore you to find your own in order to make that happen. The kudos and the social media likes and recognition don't always come, but that doesn't mean the work's not impactful. Keep going. If you need some support, we're here to help. But this week in AT.
Tune in next week to get the happenings in AT with This Week in AT.